Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's great to be with you tonight. And I have with me Diana Bowles, one oil painter, and we have Teri from Holding Your Spirit, Holding Your Space, not Holding Your Spirit. But I want you to see that. Can you see that white light? Can you see that white light to the right of her shoulder on the floor?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I've seen it shining right on the top of her head, too. She does hold the spirit.
I'm looking at it and I'm saying, is that from the window? Well, it is from the window, but there's something inside of it. And I thought at first it might be Ganesha. And so, yeah, it just amazed me. I'm talking to her and I'm like, wait a minute. Teri's got a friend with her. Yeah.
They do that sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. It has a lot of, I don't know if it's Ganesh or like a Kuan Yin kind of spirit.
Like a Kuan Yin picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
if you'll notice, there's 4 of us tonight. There's the 3 of us and Teri's friend behind her. So we got a little ghostly apparition there.
We are in the power.
We are, yeah. And calihealer is on a romantic getaway with her hubby for her birthday celebration, which was the 2nd. And Diana had her birthday Sunday.
And thank you, everybody, for
20 years younger than she was the other day.
Isn't that amazing?
I know. And hello, Carolyn and Peter. We love you dearly. Still we do. We miss you, but we're sending you lots of healing energy and lots of love. And next week, Teri won't be here because she's going to the UK. There's Mary Thornberry. Oh, Mary, guess what? Diana was late because George wouldn't shut up.
Girlfriend, we need to talk.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, everybody, we have quite a story with Mary Thornberry, who sent me an email about something that we're going to talk about tonight. And I'm glad to see that you're here, Mary. So we'll get right on that. In the meantime, let's just say hi to folks. We have with us Froxy Roxy and Bora Bora and Annie Bear. I really like standing in the light with Annie Bear. That makes me happy. So Judy Everest is here. And CJ.
Hey.
You know Judy Everest?
Yeah, that's my cousin niece.
Oh, that's your cousin. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
All right. That's awesome.
I'm so much older than her. I call her my niece.
I get it.
You know?
Hypnicity's here. Christine Fryer is here. And Laura Hammond Davis and the Bookers. Connie Epley and Rossi and Diane G. Marby, Moira. Wow, you guys. Joyful Journeys here. Linda Thompson.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, it's just a great group of folks here tonight. Laurie Hunsinger is here. Yeah. And Mary Thornberry and Ginny F. Hi, Ginny. And who else snuck in? Oh, I bet you do. It's hard when we get to see each other and then you don't get a chance to see somebody and you really enjoy being with them. So I totally get it, Carolyn. Loving Life. Pierrette is here. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Pierrette. Everybody. Hi.
Linda Bishop. Oh, wow. She says, no, Judy Everest says, no, you are not.
Come on.
And Sylvia Colorful Foresight's here. My goodness, everybody. We got 41 people here. Thank you all for being with us tonight. Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
Yes. So you're certainly welcome to put up any of your dreams, visions, or appearances.
Please.
And we're going to start out with, so Mary, Mary sent me an email. She sent it to me Sunday. I'm going to tell you what we did on Sunday. And then just before the show, I sent a copy, forwarded your email to both Teri and Diana so they could read what you wrote. And we're going to talk about it. But I want the rest of the people to understand what it is we're talking about, of course. So Mary had a very impressive dream. It was weird, but it really wasn't. Because there really aren't any weird dreams.
No.
So she has this thing with George Washington. And she doesn't like to talk about it, really. She doesn't understand it. But on Sunday, Teri Suzuki, who opened the Akash went and talked to George and said, "What's going on here?" And she got that George is the sort of the energy that Mary lived in a past life, and possibly your brother too, because I saw that at the end of your story, Mary. So that no wonder you walked with giants, because it doesn't have to be someone really tall. It's just people that started our country. So we're not saying Mary was George Washington, but Mary was involved in that time period with her brother. And that's what Teri got. And that, it made a lot of sense from what Teri said. So as we continue, let's see, I want to make sure that I get this. I can find her email. Mary. She says she happened to watch a video from Kim Intuitive, and at about 7 minutes, there was a question about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So she only listened to that a little bit. And Kim said, "Recipes for getting cycles," she said. "It will be cemented in," George says to me. "I will be in the room when this happens. Please note this is in real time, not a dream." So she heard George say that things are going to be cemented in, basically, with our country, I guess. Then she said, she listened to another video. One was Susan Lentz, but she couldn't find the point she wanted to make. And so she just said that these particular things she thought triggered the dream that she had. So she has this dream. And in the dream, there's a picture of George Washington on Wikipedia called the Lansdowne Portrait, Lansdowne. And if you go there and you look at it, you'll see George Washington, and he's the picture is as tall as he is. It's a life-size picture of him. And she says, "See the window with the storm clouds." I'm sorry. She said that Ruth was with her. She never spoke, but Ruth was with her, and they were standing in front of George. Ruth to the left, where his outreached hand is, me to the right. At this point, I'm not so sure he knows that I'm there, but I do feel that Ruth knows I'm there. He had a writing feather in his hand, in his outreached hand, and his arm up like he was writing and looking at Ruth. And it felt like they were waiting for people to arrive at a meeting. Also, the books were on the chair and one opened on the table. George looks at me and says, "You must take the sword and spread the word." So I'm going to stop there for a minute. Good. Thank you for putting the picture up. Yeah. Because Diana got a hit on the sword. So let's hear what Diana had to say. Because George comes and won't be quiet.
Yeah, he comes to me a lot. And the first time I met him was, oh my gosh. Well, when I moved to Virginia, I understood it was George Washington. I didn't live too far away from what they call Fort Washington, which is where George camped during the Revolutionary War. And of course, Mount Vernon's right there, et cetera, et cetera.
Uh-huh.
So I had gone to Berryville, and this was the first real apparition I'd ever had of him. And I saw this guy young man come walking out in his buckskin fringe and tool bag and telescope in his hand and compass. And I didn't know who he was. And then all of a sudden, his uniform appeared like on a hanger. And I was telling the gal who this property belonged to, I said, "This is what I'm seeing." She said, "Well, everybody was around here, but I don't know who you're talking about." Well, it was later on that night that it all came to fruition that, oh my gosh, that was George Washington. He was a surveyor in all of that area that this property was on. So that was young man George. So since that day, he has come to me many, many occasions, and oftentimes dressed in his buckskin and not as George the president, nor the soldier.
Okay.
So a great interest in DC also occurred. And what he said to me after I got done checking in on that video about Ruth, and then finished going back and rereading your sequence, he said, well, of course, you have been given the sword of Michael. You are now slaying dragons. You have to take up this sword, brandish the glint as you make them fall. And I also have on a mantle in my office a statue of Michael the Archangel stabbing the dragon, and it just seemed to glow. I don't know that the sun wasn't even shining. It's gotten very cloudy, and his whole thing was, we were Freemasons. There were no mistakes made. We believe in the spirit, and the spirit of Michael has to come back. And the transmission, basically. So much was being said. I didn't write it all down. The sword he showed me was, it's called the Hanzo sword, the Hattori Hanzo sword, but it's not the one from Kill Bill. It's the one. It's another one. It's more like the lance that Michael the Archangel is carrying when he is stabbing the dragon.
Yeah.
Now that's what George showed me.
Okay.
But I understand she was given the heavy battle sword.
Mary wasn't. We haven't got there, but yeah.
Which would have been the same sword that Joan of Arc was given. Now, in that room, I also have a statue of Joan of Arc, to whom I have a great relationship with also. Okay. So a lot was glowing in that room after reading her.
Okay.
And Mary, don't be afraid of this. This is...
Yeah, no. So later on, she says, there's a window with storm clouds. She says it happened so fast that the window with the storm clouds becomes this huge entity angel or whatever. I have no idea. Now that may be the Michael. It was bigger than the room, and it says, a dress sword will not do. I had no idea there was such a thing as a dress sword till I read the description of the picture. She must take the sword, and he grabs George's sword and starts to give this huge sword, saying, please let everyone know you do not have to use the sword, but you must hold the sword. Now, the whole time, Mary says she's so uncomfortable because the thing is so big. And even the books on the ground, from like the weight of gravity in the room, I can't explain. I was not scared, but I was very uncomfortable, and I had to get out of there. It felt like pressure. And all of a sudden, I see the star card in my mind, and this represents Aquarius. I have no idea why I saw this, but then I'm flying out the window with the rainbow, and my brother is there, and he says, see, I told you we were from giants. And then I woke up. She said when her brother was passing, he told her several times that he and I were from giants. So, all right. That's the gist of it all. So, Teri, I'm going to let you tackle this one.
Do you want me to stop sharing it, or you want me to keep it up there?
No, it's whatever you want to do is fine. Yeah.
Okay. I love it having it up there. So, Mary, I love what Diana got, because our family has a lot of, my late husband's family has a lot of history there too. He was a surveyor. His 7 times great grandfather fought in the Revolutionary War. There's just so much going on here. It's like woo doo 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 doo.
Yeah.
But what they're showing me is the foundation. Like, they built the foundation, obviously, of the country, but there's a new foundation coming in, and that's why the giants are needed. And that new foundation is going to be bigger because it's going to be global. So there are many helping. The sword, and then he was talking about the sickle, the what is that other one called? The Ankh or the Ankh.
Oh yes, the Ankh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like tools of the trade.
Yeah.
This is what we use, and we've used many
and
times.
And the compass.
Yeah, this is how we built the church. This is how we built many churches, many cultures, but
Right.
also this is how they built this. And then time has no meaning. And something about running to the southwest, Mary. There's a new train coming. And I feel like that train is going to be all of us coming in about the like a new government. I mean, not right away, but there's going to be changes, quite a few changes. The pressure they were showing me was because you were in there with the giants, right? And there was so much energy there. I mean, it was like a firecracker. So yeah, it would have been amazing. And also they're talking about the rainbow people.
And there is a rainbow in that picture up in the upper right-hand corner. You can't see it from here, but that, and in the other window is the storm clouds, just so you all know.
And even in the real picture, I mean, it's been clean, but it isn't easy to see when you see the picture also.
Right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. And those storm clouds that's the chaos. That's what we have going on right now.
Yes.
But as that clears and you use your sword and everything gets sliced and diced, the rainbows are coming in, and that's who we are, everybody. Rainbow people.
So this is like a premonition picture in a lot of ways. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do not, he said, watch for others to be coming in that are like Ben will be there. There will be people of ours, of our light working, that's going to represent the Bens. They're going to represent, and yes, okay. Even though he's so full of himself, even old pompous Jefferson is going to be there. Said, don't forget LaFont. Don't forget LaFont. LaFont is very important.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go, Wiki. See how connected we all are? See how we're just absolutely connected to each other.
Well, and Valerie Bradshaw's been seeing rainbows everywhere she goes. I mean, even if she's not, they're just showing up,
Yeah.
That's right. Wow.
Yeah. Revelations are coming. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're still here, Carolyn, but it would be interesting to know what Peter thought, because he's a Mason, and there's two types of Masons. There's the master, there's the Mason that is the secret society, and then there's a Mason who builds foundations. But there's no I mean, that's sort of the same thing if you think about it. So, because the Masonry did build the foundation of the country.
Well, and that's basically the Masons started out as that in the time of Christ. They were They were the builders. They were the bricklayers. But Scotland had opened the door into the society that is spiritually working.
Yeah.
So Christine's husband's a Mason as well. And, it would be, it's probably a good time to tell you that I was a rainbow girl.
There you go, right? Some more rainbow.
Which is the girls' version of the Masons, the young women.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I love that. My grandfather was a Mason.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah. In Germany.
Yeah, crystalline. Yeah. Crystalline. Yeah.
This is.
I love that, Cheryl. Thank you. Oh,
this is Vicky Wiki's picture.
Oh, she sent it.
Oh, wow.
Vicky, that is so beautiful,
isn't it?
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah.
Mhm.
It is.
Wow, that's right.
Terry, if I send it to you, can you get it up there or
Yeah, I probably could. I mean, I
from
know I
message
could.
or
How long it's going to take me if it happens before midnight, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try it.
Um, so was there anything else that either one of you wanted to say about the dream? This is not a dream. I believe this is a vision.
yes.
And Mary, whether you want to or not, you've kind of been recruited. And I absolutely, yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah. You
That's
are special,
right.
Mary. You are special. Don't let it bother you. And yeah.
Yeah. No.
Right? Fear not,
Yep.
lean into it. You have plenty of giants behind you. And you know, we can go into a whole nother realm with the star seeds and the giants from Zoroastrianism and as far back as history can go with humankind.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the Freemasons probably know all the secrets just like the Pope.
Sure they do. Sure they do.
You know?
So Mary said her family were Quakers, and here about a century before the Revolutionary War, some joined the war and were kicked out of the church and changed the spelling of last name out of respect. So see, you have your family, your roots, your ancestry
Sure.
is part of the whole thing. That's why you're being, yeah.
Oh,
Mary.
you
That's
could very
awesome.
well have been in a past life one of your Quakers who fought in the war.
Could be.
And fought
Yep.
closely with George.
Yep.
And the rest of the boys.
Yeah.
And Lori, who always has lots of tidbits to share with us as well, said they were giants, the energy of the ancients returning. It has to be part of the Hopi prophecy. George told us repeatedly that we are all rainbow eagles.
Yeah. That's right.
Yep.
That's
Absolutely.
right. Lori,
Yeah.
I don't know why that doesn't stick in my brain, but you guys bring that up all the time. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the Hopi prophecy, I just talked with Juno about it the other day, and it's phenomenal. It's something that everybody should know a little bit about at least.
Yeah.
Because it's got, yeah. It's
This
got
is
blue light.
it. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is it.
Well, and it's the name that I keep forgetting. The Rainbow Eagle people.
Oh, the Rainbow Eagle people. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rainbow Eagle
Yeah.
tribe. Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so you too, Silver Star, running around with rainbows everywhere. There you go.
Wow.
It's everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. You've been talking about those too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%. This might take me all day, you guys, but I will
Okay.
get it.
No, don't worry about it. There's other things we can do, but
Yeah. Sorry.
We get the idea that Wiki, before we talked about the storm and the rainbow, because Mary sent this on Sunday, but nobody knew about it until today when I sent it to you two, except the fact that we asked Teri, what's her George Washington connection in the Akashic Records? And that enough was kind of interesting, but it makes a lot of sense that Mary has been called. So we have to realize that maybe some of us are also going to be called in it to take part. And certainly you are already, Diana, because George wouldn't keep his mouth shut after you heard about this.
He doesn't care. I have a room, I have extra bedrooms, right? For guests. And
right.
One is done kind of frilly and one is done in George Washington.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, there's a tri-corner hat in there and everything. Of course, it's just a fun one. But
yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
It's been going on for a long time. And that guy in buckskin wasn't always Chief Tonquish. It was probably George even way back when I was 4 or 5 years old and they first started showing up, but I didn't know who he was,
Who he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lori says, are the 7th generation of the Hopis, speaking of rainbow people standing in the light, Annie Bear, if you know. Yeah.
Okay.
And you were just inspired to change your name to Standing in the Light.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really awesome. So yeah, I get this, Mary. There's nothing better than being with your loved ones when they come to visit you. And so I'm sure that was the best part about it. And especially since it was a bit annoying that George came in. But I love that he brought in Ruth. I think you probably felt a little bit better with her energy being with you. So that makes a lot of sense to me as well, because I'm sure Ruth was called to do all the things that she was inspired by this time period as well. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like there's a big group of them working on this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So very good. So Mary, I'm so glad you sent it to me. If anyone else ever has a dream that is or a vision or whatever that's this long and convoluted, you're welcome to send it to us so we can look at it there. But he is the father of the fraternity. Okay. Yes, that's very true. He always stuck and followed the precepts of morality and ethics. He did. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you.
Peter.
And any other hit you get, Carolyn, because you are down there in Williamsburg.
Well, yeah, and she's also with Peter, who's worshipful master and knows everything, about that. And other people here are saying their dads and granddads were Masons. My uncle was. Actually, Keith is. He just has never gone to temp. He hasn't gone in. 16 of his general staff were also Masons. Wow, Carolyn, that's really cool. Yeah,
that's amazing.
It is amazing.
It makes so much sense.
Those were the guys who built DC, who really originally drained the swamp.
Literally.
Yeah, and I'm sure that he's been activated by all this craziness that's going on. He's not resting well at this point.
They are not, man. They are flipping over in their graves and talking to us, walking through my bedroom. Like,
they're talking smack.
I feel like Jimmy Carter's doing a lot with them too, because while he's still here physically, he's like in that state where he's half in, half out.
Yeah.
Yeah, his son was saying he's 99, and he was actually only given him a couple of weeks to live, and it's been like a year or more, 2 years, whatever. But they said he spends a lot of time sleeping. So you're absolutely right. He's the conduit or something, to bring that energy through. So yes. Yeah. Jimmy Carter is planetary. Is that what you're saying, Annie? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Little bit.
Little bit.
In and out.
In and out. Okay.
Like all of us. Right?
Like all of us.
Yeah. A little retrograde here and there.
Between two worlds. Yes, that's absolutely right.
That's the beautiful way to put it, hypnicity.
Yeah, I love that. So Mary Thornberry, thank you, my dear. It was a wonderful dream and interesting and fun, and although I think it is a vision, but you have been called. You have to step up, raise the gauntlet.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he was with Rochambeau. Okay. Peter was out with the dogs, and the two of them were on the old road to Yorktown.
Awesomeness.
Wow. Chills. That's amazing.
Oh, man.
Well, remember when
really be walking around now.
When they first came on my show, they described going to a place, and I can't remember where it was. Maybe it was the same Yorktown, but Carolyn saw a ship and people were working on it and all that stuff, and it wasn't really there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she'll see that stuff a lot, and Peter's like, what do you see? He's encourages her to tell him what she sees.
Well, where I lived in between, Camp Washington was 7 miles away from me in that direction, and Battle of Bull Run was 7 miles away from me in the other direction. Which, of course, in the south, it's the Battle of Manassas. It's only in the north where it's the Battle of Bull Run. So in my backyard, some of that second battle went on, because that was when they charged and pushed everybody back into Washington, D.C., and the north pushed the south farther down.
Wow. All right. So yes, if you had a Eastern Star ring and you weren't an Eastern Star, you shouldn't really wear it. Yeah. So I get it. But I mean, I don't think that you did it maliciously or anything. It was just you didn't know. So yeah. But yeah, there is a this sort of a they have secret handshakes and they have secret rituals that they do, and the Rainbow Girls did too. Honestly, we did. We weren't supposed to tell anybody what we were doing. And that's why the Catholics couldn't come to join Rainbow Girls, because Catholics had to talk to the priest and tell them.
Tell your sins. I'm telling you this stuff. This is my secret code. You're going to come and hang me and burn me as a witch.
I know.
I ain't going there anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. So let's continue on. We have Annie Bear. I dreamed I sang 3 songs, 3 different skies. Second sky was particularly beautiful, translucent, prettiest color I can't describe now. Well, you know we're getting another Aurora Borealis, Annie. So be on the lookout. Yeah.
We had one night before last.
Okay.
Wow.
Up here where I am.
Yeah, I was telling Marina last night, because she's up, of course, in Alberta. I said, you should be able to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But 3 songs, 3 different skies. Okay. The triad. The 3's a triad. Any thoughts, ladies?
3, 6.
3, 6, 9.
Beautiful, translucent,
3, 6.
prettiest color. 3, 6. Where's the 9? Where's the 3rd? There's a 3rd one coming, Annie.
Okay. There's a barrier right now that's holding it back, but it's coming.
Good idea. Good idea.
And it will illuminate for you. Wow. Okay. So it'll be 3 different, maybe it's moons. Maybe it's 3 different moons.
Okay, 3 songs. Oh.
Yeah. I got you're on an adventure. Let's say so. And relax with this moon. So just ease into it.
Is it Friday, Diana?
Right.
Next Friday. The full moon?
That? The new moon?
No, the full moon.
The full moon, rather. Yeah. Yeah. Already? Yeah.
Is it? Really? Okay.
Sunday's Sunday's the 23rd.
No, it's not. No.
No,
So it's
Father's
in 2 weeks.
Day. Father's
It's the 16th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first one I got is balance, and here we have 4 moons, but 4 phases of the moon, right? Which makes one moon. The egg.
Wow.
Prepare.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Prepare. So I would think another one is coming. This is the time for you to get balanced and get ready for the 3rd vision, which is going to give you the 3, 6, 9. Be it vision, or because what you find in the clouds and in the trees, I mean, she finds amazing things.
Yeah.
And takes great pictures of them.
Yep.
As does Wiki. Wiki takes great pictures as also.
Take a look at this. I just have to stick this in because I didn't see it. George Washington and Ben Franklin came in and checked on Carolyn when she was sick.
Oh, I love that. Of course they did.
Okay. All right.
No,
I just Suzanne Grigsby. Go ahead, honey.
I just reshuffled and I still got relaxed. And
did you?
And want me to rest right now.
Yeah. Annie's liking that. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Linda.
Wiki just sent me another one I got to show you really fast. It's Ritual of the Order Eastern Star, published by authority of the General Grand Chapter. This is a book that she inherited from her grandmother.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's the ritual book. Yes.
How cool is that? Wiki.
We have one.
Start selling secrets
to
the rest of us.
We used to have them for Rainbow. We'd have to, and Suzanne Grigsby said she was Rainbow as well. We had to memorize everything to do the ritual. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Anyway. Yes, Linda Thompson, I agree. We did come together to make all of us stronger. So thank you, my dear. That's so true. All right, Annie. So just relax. Hypnicity, however, has a missing cat since the lunar eclipse, Tango. I've dreamt of him coming home 2 times this week. Is he trying to contact me? Who's the cat whisperer?
Mark.
Yes.
And right. And Viviani.
Yeah.
He's busy right now. He's telling me he's got he's like I feel like he's in a house and there's other people there and there's like some other animals there too. There's a lot of action. There might be somebody sick there, Hypnicity, if that makes any sense. And yeah, I think he's alive too, Hypnicity. It feels like he's a healer and there's somebody there that needs him.
Yeah. And I keep getting that same thing, honest, that he's in a house. I keep seeing that he is in somebody's home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I got energy, so to me that means he's alive too. Yeah. The energy is still there.
Yeah. Oh, let me pull one of my cat cards for you.
Okay.
I forgot about that. I pulled those out.
Yes, that's true, Hypnicity. So that's why you and the cat get along so well. And he's you're an energy healer and he's an energy healer, and so you balance off each other. Wow.
There's just something about his name that every time you say it, he's there.
Yeah. What's it say?
And he's a beautiful soul. I see the beauty in me every day. He's all that. I mean, he's very important and he's really needed where he's at. He's very busy right now. So he'll be back when he's ready.
And Mary Starshine thinks that there's a little girl there that he has attached to. And maybe that little girl could be the one that needs the healing. You never know.
Yeah,
that's true.
Somebody needs him.
Yeah. Oh, I was just showing the Heidi story.
Oh,
Clara in the wheelchair.
Okay. Wow. All right. Wow. Hi, Liz and all. It's nice to see you. Hi, everybody who we haven't said hi to. We're really happy you're here.
Yeah.
It's been one of those exciting nights that we're having here and we got a lot of dreamers, which is wonderful. We love that.
Yeah.
Ginny F said, I dreamed I was in a diner. It was engulfed in orange sunrise light. A man with his back towards me was sitting in front of a jukebox playing Kitty Callan. It's been a long time. I think it was my dad.
Oh, man.
Do you know Kitty Callan, Diana?
I remember something about it. I am not kidding you that.
Okay.
And I'm not thinking of Cullen.
Okay.
Kitty Callan. It's an Irish tune.
Let's see. Here she is. Yeah. She was an American singer who included in the big band eras.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. She was in the chapel in the moonlight. I want you all to myself. My heart belongs to Daddy.
Yes, she used to belong to. She used to appear on Ed Sullivan. Thank you.
Yes, that's why you. Yes, so it was your dad because Kitty Callan sang "My Heart Belongs to Daddy."
My heart belongs to Daddy.
I love that. That's beautiful. Yeah.
In a diner. Wow. There is some art that there's a guy and a gal sitting in a diner. There she is. Yeah.
Yep. She died in 2016. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, with the Harry James Orchestra. Wow.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
That's really awesome, Jenny. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So you were see, look at all these people coming back and visiting us. They're in our dreams because we're more amenable to that. And even though he may not have said anything to you, I love the fact that she's the one that sang that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I love that orange sunrise light because it's like the sun coming in,
Yep.
illumination, but also it makes me feel like the senses also because of your orange chakra, your sacral chakra. So
Yeah.
sensuality. So start listening.
Yeah.
It might be listening. It might be um, a different sense, like smelling or seeing, but it's like I'd look and see what awakens because it feels
Uh-huh.
like something well.
Wow. That's
I
amazing.
just had a drop down. We were just talking about Jimmy, and this drop down came in and said his son now says that he does not wake every day.
Right. Yeah. That's what I saw today.
Oh
Oh,
wow!
okay.
So he's in between worlds, and they probably have him on some kind of IV medication so he gets gets his minerals and stuff. Yeah. When I saw him at the funeral, Rosalind, he looked
Yeah.
so sad. It was his mouth was gaped open, and he just looked like he needed respite. But he must be doing some the world some good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think his light is so bright. I mean, it's just an honor that he's still here.
It is. It
So,
definitely is. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you. All right. We have Heavenly. Sonia's here. Was my card from my daughter falling down, knocked down by a guides, angels, or others trying to make me pay attention to something. Oh. So maybe you had the card like on the mantelpiece or something, and all of a sudden it just fell down. Is that kind of what I'm getting, Sonia? And that your daughter had sent you? I am not a dingling.
That's another sign. I think.
It is. It is.
Another-
And I'm going to say, yep.
Yes. Okay. Hi, Leah.
Now is
Yep.
the time. What is it? I
Mhm.
mean, I know earlier we had talked about your the energies of this house inspection.
Uh-huh.
Now is the time to relax.
Yeah. And I wonder what that card was about. If it was Mother's Day card, if it had to do with your divine feminine energy or birthday. It's interesting. I pulled the world card for you. So
Yeah.
You're on top of the world. It feels like you've got what you need.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah. Trust the signs. I just can't even express it any better than that. And even that, like that ding dong thing, that's a sign. Yeah, you're right.
It is. I mean,
card.
Yeah,
it's a gift.
It is a gift.
Wheel of Fortune.
The Wheel of Fortune. Yep. You got and look what I get. I get the sun, freedom, nature, success, good outlook.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, those are perfect. Yeah, perfect. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, it was your birthday card. Okay.
Okay. Wheel of Faith. I mean, Jump of Faith, because at the bottom of the deck was the Fool. So take that leap of faith. Trust yourself. Trust what you're feeling, honey.
Yep. Absolutely. Very nice. Thank you for sharing that. So, loving life. I had a dream that Toby Keith drove up to me in an extravagant car. Not sure the make or model, but had like a snake or a camo wrap with gold trim. It was very beautiful. Wow, I'm gonna say you must like Toby Keith. I don't really listen to his music, so I don't know too much about him. But I'm not getting that you didn't, that it was a bad thing. So, ladies, you Toby Keith fans?
No, I'm just pulling them up.
Okay.
Well,
he's fine.
Yeah, he's a good looking man.
Wow. Okay.
He's so fine. He blows my mind. Let me see. There we go. not too shabby, eh?
No, he's
Nope,
a
not
cowboy.
at all.
He's a cowboy. There you go.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He said, "I'll be your Elvis Presley."
Oh, he's dead. Oh, he just died.
Oh,
Okay.
when?
Oh my
Oh,
God, he was young. I'm so sorry. Maybe
oh,
he's just
goodness.
like, you know how a snake sheds its skin?
Mhm.
And he's got this very beautiful car and he's driving it. So I'm going to say that he's, you must have been a fan or you like some of his music and he's just telling you everything's great over here. I got a whole new ride and I got, this and a snake that, I'm shedding my skin and becoming something new over here, perhaps. Wow.
Yeah, it feels like he's also like if you wanted to look at him as being a part of you, loving life, like an aspect of you, he would be a part of you that is moving on in a very grand manner, like golden, you
Oh,
know?
she's not into country music. It's very
Yeah.
interesting that he's the one that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you like some of his songs. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Linda, he destroyed the Dixie Chick, the Dixie Chicks
Was he
career.
the one? Oh,
Yeah, that's what Linda says. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Toby shed his physical form. Oh, he's a trumper. Okay.
Oh, not anymore.
Yeah. I think
I
he's
don't
in
think
the all-knowing state now. Look at he's saying he's releasing. That's what I get. He's
Yeah.
releasing all his earthly issues. What do you
Yeah,
got?
he's reflecting on that.
Reflecting. Yeah, yeah.
And he
Yeah.
has compassion now. Like he's got the
Yeah.
lotus blossom. Everything's
Yeah.
opening up.
Yeah.
So they're not into politics or judgment or anything
Not
over
over there.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your thought is that he is an abundance guide. Well, in
Yeah.
a beautiful car, sure.
Yeah, a
Absolutely.
golden car.
And it really matters what it means to you more than us.
Yeah.
Just so you know that. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. All right. We have Linda Bishop. Our cousin Ginny married Frank James, Jesse's brother, Jesse James. My granny from Missouri about died with this info. Mama told her, good grief, Mama, it's not like we're related to Hitler.
Linda.
Not
Yeah.
really, but yeah, close but no cigar, right? Oh, I love that. It's different levels of insanity is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that guy that was married to Sandra Bullock? Wasn't he James? Jesse James is
Jesse James, a tattoo artist and
Tattoo
motorcycle
guy?
rider.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
wasn't a very nice guy. Yeah.
No,
No, he was
Linda,
not
thanks for
nice to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Thanks for sharing that. That's just cute.
That's adorable, Linda.
It is adorable.
Yeah.
All right. So Rossi dreamt of her grandma who passed at 98. I was violently crying and ran into her arms. I'm an adult in the dream. First time I remember dreaming of her, I would have thought I would have been happy. Oh, no, you miss her, honey. You were happy. That's crying is for two things. Don't you agree, ladies? I mean, you're happy,
God, yeah.
happy tears and sad tears.
Yeah.
So,
Healing. Yeah,
Yeah.
healing. You were letting it go. Like,
Right.
And a lot of us are letting go of things right now that we didn't think that we were still attached to, Rossi. Like resentment about something or grief about something or shame.
It is definitely a time of revisiting. And,
It is.
Yeah. The sky, the transits are also indicating that this is what's going to be going on for a little while longer. This is the Sedna move into Gemini, and she's going to be at 0 degrees for a year. It'll be a long time before she gets, not a year.
Yeah.
But it'll be a long time before she gets to 1 degree of Gemini. So add to that, we have Hygeia and Hygeia in a place where she is lighting her up, and Pale Athena is in another place that is creating this trine between them, like a grand trine in air. So it's like, here we go. You got to revisit all this stuff again and
Okay.
be able to
Makes
let
sense.
go of it.
Makes sense. And so, yes, what I get is flow with it. Flow with it, Rossi. Yeah. But I can't, if you think about it, people have been gone for a long time. And if you saw them again, wouldn't you burst out crying? So you
Yeah.
did.
I would be
And
so happy.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I broke
yeah.
out into tears on Sunday. When we were little, we had this station wagon. It was a red and white 1954 Ford station wagon. And I loved that car. It was a beat up old clunker when my dad brought it home in 1956 or whatever it was. And I was sitting in it and he said, it's got to go. And they came to tow it away, or he drove it away. And I'm crying violently, right? I mean, I just couldn't stand the thought of losing that car. So my brother finds a mini car that is a red and white station wagon, 1954 Ford. He gives it to me for my birthday. The tears just started flowing because all I could think about was that car.
Right.
And the last night under the street light at where we lived, and sitting in it going, no, you can't take my car.
You know what the best part of it is for me to listen to your story is that your brother knew that and what it would mean to you. And that is right there. Right there.
Yeah.
That's enough of a meaning for me to lose it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and both of my brothers looked at each other and said, see, told you.
Yeah.
Watch me make her cry.
Wow.
So this is the times we're in,
Yeah, the times we're in. Yeah. Anya says when her boss died 3 years ago, she saw a brilliant white Rolls Royce Phantom drive by. I understood immediately that he'd passed. So there are different things, and especially the idea that it was a phantom, because and white, it's like the ghost of that person. I love that. Thank you for sharing.
That's amazing, Anya.
Yep.
Beautiful.
All right. So that's great. All right. So let's go down to Moira, which is really funny. I dreamt I throttled the woman in the moon card of the Dark Mansions Tarot.
Oh my God.
I love that deck.
Oh God. I don't even know what it looks like, but if it's the moon card, that's an emotional thing, right? And so you were feeling emotional, and instead of taking it out on something else, you just throttled a woman in the card. That is something else. That's funny.
And what's the secret you're trying to get out of someone?
Ooh, maybe you just want to throttle them. Yeah. There's somebody that you're feeling is holding back. Yeah, it's wanting you to illuminate, and look, it's the moon. Oh my Lord. Yeah. Wow.
And it's changing.
It's changing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep, I got to observe.
Okay. Wow.
Well, it's a strength card too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm trying to get a picture of it. Sorry, guys, and I'm not doing.
That's okay. That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to get one that I can post, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Seem like it's going to post.
Well, the deck is in another room, so.
Yeah. You're in charge of it, Moira. You are the boss lady.
You're the boss.
You are totally the boss, man. Nobody's messing with you. You are in the flow. There are no barriers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all are. We're all in the flow. Allow these dreams to come through, and don't be as much concerned if they feel disturbing, or, I don't know if I want to tell that story, or what, because it isn't. It's all meaningful. Every bit of it is very meaningful. So Yeah. Don't worry about that. All right. Am I? Oh, Rossi said, were you thinking of 45? Yeah, possibly. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Um, why do I keep dreaming about my ex? Well, we'll get to that. Let's see. We've got a few more in front of you. Pierrette is her new friend is seeing the feathers that keep falling in front of me. He also saw a shadow next to him. Is this the family that I've been talking to? The only thing I can say, Pierrette, is my first thought is the shadow next to you is your husband, and he's wanting to size up your new friend because he says, if this man's going to shadow me, basically come in after me, I want to make sure that you're okay. But the feathers, that's a good omen. I mean, I'm not saying that the shadow isn't, but the feathers are great.
Excellent omen. Yeah, it feels angelic.
It does.
Yeah.
The angels are with you. Yeah. Angels are
Very
with you.
much so. And the fact that your new friend sees them.
Yes.
Very good sign.
Puts it right on, like, okay, all systems go.
Right.
This is the one you've been waiting for.
He doesn't think I'm a weirdo or
right.
Yeah. But the shadow is an interesting thing, Pierrette. Yeah. Wow. Does he measure up? And your husband is wanting to make sure he does.
Yeah. Oh, Hypnicity says it reminds her of the movie Always.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. Right. Here we go again.
Another sign.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Might be wedding bells.
Might be. Well, this one's going to win.
Oh my God. So this is just a little tidbit. When Jimmy Carter was president, I knew he was special. We visited Americus, Georgia, where he lived. He was president then, so he wasn't there, but it was special being there. We met his uncle. That's really good, Linda. My parents couldn't stand him. And so all I heard was the negative stuff over and over again. Jimmy Carter, that he was a peanut farmer and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, but boy, he sure did some good stuff.
He did some good stuff. And so did Clinton, and Clinton wasn't well loved by a lot of people at the time.
But Clinton did too.
Clinton did
absolutely.
Nice.
And in fact, I had a very Republican co-worker come out and say, now that he's not president, and I'm reading about him, wow, he did all of that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You don't really
know.
Paid
attention the first time around.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. So Harry's birthday is the 15th. You were going to send flowers. Harry said, save the money. Oh, yeah. My mother would be said, don't you dare ever bring any flowers to my grave. If you want to give me flowers, you give them to me now, not when I'm dead. So I kind of get that. What good is it now? It's wonderful you had that idea. Absolutely.
Yeah. My mom always said, I'm not going to be there in that cemetery. Right. That's not me.
Right. That's right. Yep. Wow. All right. So we got 2 more coming up here. Let's see. Well, Glow wonders why you're dreaming about your ex. It annoys you when you wake up. And Tammy's right. We're being shown what triggers us so we can heal it. What about him annoys you? And what about him that you recognize about yourself, Glow? Because we are mirrors for each other. So there might be something that he does that you do, but you criticized him about, and you have the same problem. And, that would be something you'd have to sort of figure out. But go ahead, Teri.
Yeah, you might need to let go of something. So something you're carrying around, Tammy. Pursue your dreams, because to pursue our dreams, that's the thing, to move forward, we have to let go of that old junk to pursue our dreams right now. I do that too. I I would dream constantly about an ex-boyfriend, and I saw
Uh-huh.
him the other night at a concert. He was a
Oh,
mess. He was a mess. And I was like, "Oh, thank goodness."
Done dreaming.
that
Yeah.
happened to me. That happened to me with
Oh.
my ex-boyfriend, only he was such a stingy Republican that I was like, "Oh, I got saved," because the guy wouldn't spend a nickel if he had it. He couldn't.
Oh.
He wouldn't. He would. Yeah, very stingy. So,
That was
Yep.
my first husband. Yeah. Oh,
Confirmation, judgment. Yep.
yeah,
yeah.
we are the judges of our own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Some no's are blessings, synchronicity, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have a very interesting fellow here, Isaac Braden, Elohim Risen Christ.
Love it.
I've seen a geometrical massive divine being of mirror fractals of neon purples, blues, greens, and pink,
That
and
word again.
clear, perfectly harmonic, and it felt like divine love or God's wife. And he said this was meditating on like 4G mushrooms.
Sweet. I love it. Isaac, we've had a lot of mirrors coming in with our meditation tribe. I lead a guided meditations Monday through Friday on my channel. And the mirrors have really been there a lot. And of course, the geometric or divine design, sacred geometry, whatever you want to call it. That light grid is just humming right now. And so are all the ley lines on the planet. And I really feel like the neon purples, blues, and greens and pinks, and we've talked about this before, Diana, it's our high heart, and we're changing the color of the world, of the earth with our high heart.
It didn't even let me shuffle.
Oh, wow.
Right
Yeah,
out of
new
the
earth is being
right
birthed.
out of the deck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right out of the deck.
And that word fractal, it's not something that gets used an awful
It
lot.
doesn't. Right.
There was a day last week where it came up in conversation. Every time I turned around, somebody was saying the word, either on YouTube or in conversation.
Yeah. It happens
with you.
Yeah. Yes. And the same with dragons. A lot of people didn't talk about dragons, and now everybody talks about dragons. So yeah. And yes, Lori, I agree.
Yeah, he's seeing all the colors we've been seeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's global. Everybody's seeing this stuff coming in, and then I hear another reader talk about it, and another one, on different sides of the planet or different groups completely. And I'm like, yeah, we're all in it.
Everything is a note. Everything is a color. Everything is a number. A number has a color, and a color has a sound, and a sound has a frequency, and that's a vibration. And then we go back to the beginning again. And so all these little fractal pieces fit back into that great big huge mirror.
It's a piece
Only
of
now we see thousands of us,
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
What a night. Oh, what a night.
Oh, back in 65 or whenever it was.
Oh, yes, Rossi. You guys know about synesthesia, right? That, music that you could see color. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's where we're headed.
Yes.
I agree.
What?
Definitely.
It happens in your dreams, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And we do. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
I can't help it. Maybe it's all those 60s and the oil gels that used to be up behind heavy metal.
You mean my lava lamp? My lava lamp?
Yeah, right.
Like That's right.
It was that psychedelic summer.
It was.
From the mothers of invention to Garcia, right?
Thank you, Glo. Thank you, dear.
Grateful Dead.
That was nice. Wow. So we've had quite the evening. Thank you so much to everybody.
Yeah.
Much love to you all. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Teri.
Thank
you also, Mary Thornberry, for sending us that information on George, which I really truly believe that it will be for the collective. I honestly do. It's a collective message, and you shared it, and so that's wonderful.
A card
And
to carry us out. Our choice.
yes,
It's our choice.
ooh, make a choice.
Here's
Yeah.
our new world.
Yeah.
How beautiful. Thank you so much. You take care and have sweet dreams, all of you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.